Welcome back to my Legends Expanded Universe chronological timeline rating, where I go through the expanded universe according to my chronological timeline order and rank each and every individual piece of media on a 10-point scale. And things are really heating up in Tales of the Jedi, The Fall of the Sith Empire, issue number 3. Because as we open this issue, Sis Kahor is taking the Starbreaker 12 on a joyride through the stars. And this is the first time that we see Gorm, his hairy assistant, because his head is always cropped out in all of the other pictures, but that's what he looks like. He's this weird monkey looking thing, so that was a hilarious reveal to me. And so they are absolutely decimated by Naga Sadow's forces because tens of thousands of ships just jump over them and they blow them up. So Sis Kahor and Gorm are gone. And Gav is all like, oh no, was Jory on that ship? But Naga's like, no. There were no human life signs there. And then Mehmet Nadil goes to Coruscant, and the Sith Empire attack at Coruscant. So the Sith Empire are laying siege to Coruscant now as well, which is, it's sort of unclear how they got to Coruscant from the Koro system, but they are just attacking Coruscant now as well. And they are marveling that it's an incredible fleet, tens of thousands of ships, and they have these drop ships that land all over the city that forces run out of screaming Sadow, and then all of their Sith monsters and these worms and these great beasts that are mutated by Sith alchemy are just tearing through the Jedi forces. There's a great panel of the Jedi rushing into battle with, their corded lightsabers attached to their power pack on their belt. And one of the Jedi has this staff with like glowing energy on either side of it, which is somewhat interesting. I'm not sure exactly what that is. And then elsewhere, Empress Teta is preparing for the inevitable invasion of her system, and she is able to convince the rebels, or the rebels want to join, the rebels who are now imprisoned, who fought back against Empress Teta unifying the system, are now like, hey, let us fight, we can help you. And she's like, sure. And so now they're truly more unified than ever, because even their former enemies, they're all now fighting together. And Odin stands on the battlefield as he prepares for the Sith to drop down to fight them at Sinagar, and he's standing with people who he fought against previously via battle meditation in issue number 0. And he's like, man, the Force works in mysterious ways, and Uru is there too, and I assume Uru will be there for battle meditation since he's literally a brain. But so they're preparing for conflict, and Sinagar is absolutely decimated, and Gav goes down because he wants to make it a bloodless battle, so he wants to remove their defense system so that the battle will be won quickly. But he passes by Arba's docking bay, because it's almost blown up, and he's all like, whoa, what are we doing to my home planet? The buildings are being destroyed everywhere, it's becoming rubble. There's just explosions everywhere. And then he goes to see Arba, and Arba's like, you traitorous scum. So obviously the Massassi warriors with Gav stab him to pieces, and green blood is everywhere. It's actually quite gruesome. But then Arba does an epic Chad-like final move, and Arba just rolls onto them, crushing the Massassi warriors who killed him. He goes, arg, crush you, and then he falls on them. An amazing hut. But that's when Jory stumbles in there, and she has a lightsaber that was given to her by Odin. She's like, Gav, you're with the Sith? And it's all like, oh no. And so she dispatches the other Massassi warriors with one stroke of the lightsaber right up through them. So she's, almost like Rey, pick up a lightsaber, be good wielding it, but I'll overlook that this once. And so Gav is all horrified that Jory's seen Arba's murder, and Jory thinks that Gav did it, and Gav is like, it's not what it looks like. And then Jory's like, I will fight evil, even if the evil is you. And I believe that's where the issue ends, or does it cut back to Empress Teta? No, that's where the issue ends, right there, with Jory preparing to fight off against Gav. Oh, no, and then it cuts back to Empress Teta and her forces, and Empress Teta's like, we will fight and if we survive, if any of us survive, there's an awesome art piece of her like majestically looking up at the stars, like I will give the life, and she says something like, I will give the lives back to the rebels who are in our prison camps and let them fight for their lives if any of us survive. And so it's looking really bleak at the moment. Coruscant is besieged. Khitomer is besieged, if that's the name of it, the planet that begins with K in the Koro system. Sinagar is under siege. The Sith have divided their forces up, and there's tens of thousands of ships in each location. So they have a massive, massive empire. This isn't a fleet. This is an empire, and they are going to crush the Republic unless the Jedi find a way to win. So this is definitely the best issue in this comic arc so far. I would give it a 6 of 10. It's really fast-paced. It's breakneck-paced. It's lots of action, lots of brilliant, beautiful art pieces popping with color. It's just so vibrant as it depicts the battle. It looks really good. This is an issue that looks really, really good. And the archaic battle armor of many of the people here works so well with the tone of Star Wars. It really gives a primitive, ancient feeling to the battle. I really like this issue. This is a really solid issue. But what about you guys? What did you think of issue number 3 of Tales of the Jedi, The Fall of the Sith Empire?
Honey.